right. Well, at long last, I'm so happy to provide you with a little bit of a recap and a reminder of who we all are. This is episode 5. It's going to be an abbreviated episode of Taletraeder Camp for Wayward Adventurers. I am Claire, at Claire the DM, your humble dungeon counselor for these adventures, and I am surrounded by a team of effervescent cabin heroes. Corson, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Corson. I am playing Azar, who uses she, her pronouns. I also use she, her pronouns. Azar is a tiefling bard of the Valor College, who is a fiercely loyal friend, and as we found out earlier, not very assertive slice of cheesecake. So
Amazing. Katie.
I'm Katie. What up? I play Lyndon Kennedy. She's a fighter. She's a druid. She does it all. She's a blue raspberry slushie with nerds in it from Sonic specifically.
God.
We both use she, her pronouns.
Amazing. Zan.
I am Zan. I play Aoife, who is a Goliath fighter, also a vegetarian and a non-competitive sports enthusiast. And as dessert, I am caramel brownies with extra protein powder.
what a bummer.
Is just point of clarification, Aoife or Zan is caramel brownies with extra protein powder?
Sorry, Aoife is caramel
Okay.
brownies with extra protein powder.
Obviously, it just changes the entire landscape of our friendship if that's who you are as a person. So, just had to check in real quick. And last but of course not least, Allie.
Yes, hi, I'm Allie. I play Buddy of God, Dog, Mountain Dwarf Cleric of the Nature Domain. And if Buddy was dessert, Buddy would be granola.
Any special granola flavor?
No, but I think on those really special occasions, as we discussed, it turns into some kind of odd trail mix combo. The
Okay.
Upgraded granola.
Buddy as sad dried granola is a vibe.
It's only sad if you think it's sad.
Oofta.
Oh no, I've shown my hand. Absolutely incredible. Well, last week you all really got into it with a marshmallow mayhem that quickly got out of hand. You attempted a prank on your Yellow Cabin C campers, too many C words, that immediately went awry in the form of mutated marshmallow monsters of a variety of tips and tricks. You pretty quickly worked with some of the counselors and honestly around some of the counselors, Campbell and Quag, I'm looking at you all, to work with your cabin, campers to destroy these marshmallow monsters. You smushed them into the ground, into the beach, Buddy valiantly having quite the turn and then sending the campers into the water only to, have a couple of them listen, not too many. And afterwards, you noticed there was a distinct smell to the marshmallows that wasn't necessarily sweet. Obviously, you guys should feel free to jump in if there's other stuff you want to highlight in this recap. But yeah, you found out that the marshmallows were not necessarily sweet after assembling your research team in the form of Lyndon's fellow. Are you wearing a sweater that says Cal?
It's my UC Berkeley.
So the answer is yes. The answer is yes.
So
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
You were wearing a sweater with your boyfriend's name on it. I'm so sorry. I got just completely distracted.
That was not intentional.
Sure. He would be so honored. I would never say that. Anyway, sorry. You found out with a crack research team that it smelled like brimstone. And, honestly made the pretty quick leap. Smells like hell. Smells bad. Smells like hell. Rather than doing much about that, you all kind of were like, well, let's call this a night, and went home in different permutations. You did, however, as part of your research team, FaceTime Mavris, who answered very close to the screen, hiding his background, in which you later found him leaving an orange cabin around Phoebe, Lyra.
I have notes. Phoebe, Lyra, Glint, and Panic, and maybe Chef and Halil?
And maybe Chef and Halil, who's to say? But you guys do know that they leave their cabin quite early. And of course, rather than, asking anyone what was going on, Roran, Aoife, and Lyndon decided to go for a run and spy. This is after a moving confession in the form of a thread on Lyndon's conspiracy board that was then tucked away and hidden from Roran. A crush on Aoife was revealed, leading us to believe that perhaps not everything is all hunky-dory between Roran and Brock after a year away from each other.
That kind of makes me sad.
Right?
Honestly.
You're all just kids trying to do your best. And by kids, I mean, 19, 20-year-olds trying to do your best, because I'm not trying to deal with people under 18. But
I mean, 19-year-olds are
speaking
still
of that,
kids. I maintain that is true.
yeah, I mean, they're still full messes. I just don't want to deal with the emotional implications of, Aoife and Roran making out in a bush. Though it is up for debate whether or not their lips actually touched, or if it was just a heated embrace.
Oh, it is
to
up for
throw
debate?
off the people around them.
We can debate it?
Interesting.
I do believe that Aoife described it as like grabbing
Oh,
one another
yes.
and
Doing the
turning
neck,
away.
the neck muzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
true.
Roran's little face buried in Aoife's, like, how tall is Aoife?
Oh God, 6 something.
6 something? Yeah.
Very large.
So Roran and Aoife shared a torrid interaction to immediately be spotted by Lyndon, Lyra, Phoebe, and, some other people as well. But that was honestly quickly moved past as the session ended with Lyndon, toying with the idea of getting off social media. And as she made a wisdom save, as she thought about the idea, merely thinking about the idea of leaving social media caused the book in Lyndon's bag, also known as the Influencers Only Guide, to spring from her bag, leech onto her side, and honestly begin to suck the life force out of her, and then return to normal.
Leaving me with 2 hit points.
Leaving you with 2 hit points.
But I'm
a
still
true
standing.
barrage of,
So rude.
love. And that's where we'll pick up.
So
love
where is
bites
Lyndon
and
now?
all.
Is Lyndon in the cabin?
Yeah, where is
Where
Lyndon?
did we leave you?
I thought we left me outside,
I
but
think you were outside. I think you were just, like, coming off of having watched the Aoife Roran interaction.
well, I actually think I didn't, because didn't I not perceive them?
I think you kept running.
Yeah, I didn't
By
notice
watching,
that
I
they
mean
stopped.
continued running without them and, like, sitting. I think you might just be sitting outside of Yellow Cabin. And I recognize that we record these sessions, and maybe I should have looked at that, but I didn't. So we're gonna say that you're outside of Yellow Cabin.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the porch, and I currently have I'm just, wrapping I'm putting on some athletic tape on my thigh where I was hit. And I was gonna wrap a bandage around it, but then I realized I'm not bleeding. So
Yeah.
I just wrap some pre-wrap around it and call it a day.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I'm just chilling on the porch, I think, and I am gonna take a picture of where you can put your phone like in like on the newer iPhones where they have like the zoom out and it makes everything look like a fisheye so you look really tall. I do that. I take a picture of my legs with like highlighting the athletic taped leg and I say rest and recovery and then I put the key emoji.
Okay. Go ahead and Lyndon, you read this book. You spent time reading this book. You attuned to this book, some might say, over your year with it, right? With the druids, hanging out, posting on social media, gaining a little bit of a following. Will you just make me a perception check as you make this post?
Yes. 5.
Cool. Go ahead and make me a just a charisma roll.
God, you got bit by a book.
She's also so unfazed by it that she's posting about it, which I love. Because you do want to post about it.
Yeah, 13.
Cool.
It's a double digit.
13. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
All right. That's gonna be a... Are you fucking kidding me? That's gonna be... I got all 3 zeros.
That's a 100.
Oh! That's a 100? Oh, I thought that was a 0.
Surprise!
No, it's 100.
Oh my god!
Cool. You gain...
Hell yeah.
Oh god. What's 100 times... So you gain 1,000 followers.
Wow.
Big money, big money.
You
Everybody
gain
likes to get
1,000
bit by a
followers
book.
from what
Rest and
honestly
recovery.
could
Key.
only be described as a decent post.
Honestly,
It's a decent post. It's not bad. Really what happens is Key, your camper, reposts your post, and that's where most of your followers come from.
Okay, I'll take it,
honestly,
whatever.
So you get that, and you do, yeah. You immediately get a pretty large influx of followers. So make sure that you're keeping track of that.
Oh, I am. It's in my character
And
sheet.
yeah, I mean, you know, that happens.
Hell yeah. I spend the rest of the day after that extremely chill response. I do spend the rest of the day. I want to procure an ice pack from somewhere and I want to set up my rice station. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. I want to set it up on the porch so that everyone walking by...
Great. Do you go to
Can see me.
Nicolora or to do you go to
did we get
Nicolora
ahead?
or do you go to Halil for an ice pack?
Halil.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, Halil fully just immediately gives you an ice pack. Is gonna make a quick looks at you, goes, "All right then, dear," and gives you just a big ice pack and doesn't say anything.
Thanks. I give her a wink. Yeah, so I'm doing that specifically outside.
Awesome.
Not in bed as one would do. And I would like to, if I can, call that time a short rest.
Yeah, we can call that a short rest. This is like the beginning of your morning. Also, like, as Azar and Buddy, as you guys wake up, you see Lyndon's post on social media, honestly, because all of this is happening pretty early in the day. Aoife, where do you go after you're left standing there with Roran as that little gaggle of counselors headed on to breakfast pretty early? He's standing there looking at you like, that was cool. That was cool.
I feel like honestly I would probably like run away and burst into tears.
Oh. I'm gonna make a perception check for Roran to see if he notices you.
Like I'll wait
Right.
to burst into tears until I'm like a little bit away, but I feel like that's just like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, he fully got a 4 insight check. So
bless.
He goes, cool, thanks. I'd really appreciate if you don't necessarily, like, and this is nothing against you. I think you're really cool. I just have some stuff to sort out. As you, like, run away. He's like, okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh god.
That's what we call a big ouch situation.
Yeah, so Roran runs away. Aoife runs away, and then Roran runs the other way. Because he continues his run around, which did not get finished. So...
But yeah, I respect that. He's always grinded.
Lyndon, as you get yourself situated on the porch, I think at like the crack of 8:30, you hear the familiar sounds of me scrolling through TikTok videos in my bed. So you hear like the loop go like 3 times, and then it goes to the next one, and then it like does a couple times, and then goes to the next one.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
I'm awake is what that is.
You're awake. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna wait out here. I'm checking who has viewed my
It's
story.
gonna take me about approximately an hour to finish this TikTok scroll and decide to get up. So,
Okay.
As you were checking your story, Cal, even before Azar is up, Cal, like, just reacts, just like, sends a little, like, thumbs up on
He
your
gets
story,
it.
like, really early as well. Yeah, but what's Buddy doing? Buddy's up, eventually.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Buddy's an internet, phone, social media person. So I think Buddy's just waking up with the day, having a good time. Maybe throw in like a internalized prayer or two and getting ready to head to the mess hall.
Great. Hit me with a religion check, bud, this morning. Damn it. Up and at 'em, saying our
I
prayers.
think I'd be more excited about these, but I never am because that's a 7.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, like, nothing bad's gonna happen. You wake up, your brain isn't in it. You wake up very hungry. And so you're like, I gotta say my prayers so that I can get out of bed and do the thing, but it'll be fast.
Yeah.
So you're
There you
able
go.
to, you get through it. You're not, nothing horrible is happening, but
Whew.
yeah.
Oh, you know what? Am I a good counselor? I'm gonna walk over to Yellow Cabin C and just peek around and make sure everybody's okay.
As you head outside, I think you and Aoife probably meet up outside with Lyndon on the front porch.
I have my sunglasses on now.
Yes.
So you guys see, actually, if both of you could give me a perception check really quickly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, 6.
Oh, 21.
Aoife, you notice Lyndon has a rather large, what looks like a dark bruise in the shape of, you would guess fangs, except for that, like, it doesn't look like a bite mark and that it's not rounded. But you would guess a bite mark, but it's got sharp right angles.
Oh my gosh. Are you okay?
Oh yeah. What's up, guys? Sorry I lost you on the run.
What happened to you?
Oh, I might have been hallucinating it, but I think that my book kind of like, I don't know, just like came for me real quick, because I did briefly entertain the thought that I would take a social media break to better connect with my friends, because I had been running for like 100 feet and I didn't realize that you and Roran had like disappeared. And also
From inside the cabin,
I miss
you hear, "Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no."
Is it you or is
It's
it the TikTok?
It was just extremely well timed.
Yeah, so I'm like, I think it was the book, but like, who can really be sure? I'm ricing it right now. Do you know what rice stands for?
No.
Rest, ice, compression, elevation.
Hell yeah. That's right.
I would say that faster because Aoife would definitely know. I don't actually know. But
Well,
like,
evidently you do.
See, we're the best counselors in training there are. What else do you need to know?
We should go talk to Quag about this incident. No.
Should we?
I'm not there.
I don't.
Azar, give me a perception check.
Oh, interesting.
We need to tell somebody.
Oh my god.
About
26.
Everyone's on the porch without you?
I'm gonna give it another at least 4 minutes of scrolling, which is probably 2 TikToks that I watch twice. And then I will hoist myself up, put my sneakers on, and go out the door. Sling my guitar over my back and go out the door.
Amazing. Gang's all here. Aoife has suggested that you all should consider getting help from somewhere, and Lyndon is resisting it as Azar joins the party.
What happened?
I mean, I didn't pass out.
Help?
Right, but like, you have a gigantic bruise and you have a book that's trying to kill you.
I mean, we don't know if it was trying to kill me, or if it just was unhappy with, if it's just like reading my thoughts or something.
Lyndon, you actually are sort of, you have the thought, like, the book was probably just trying to make sure you get enough followers. Like,
Yeah.
it's just...
The book has my career in mind, in fact, and the book is kind of like my agent. Remember how I said I would be your agent, Azar?
Yeah.
Last night? Well, actually, the book is my agent, so that's where I'm learning all my agent lessons from. But don't worry, I won't do this to you.
Okay. Can I put my hand on
Yeah,
your shoulder
so-
and cast Cure Wounds? Or are you at full already?
I'm at 60 out of 68.
Oh, okay.
So
How many of your hit dice did you use?
all of them.
Cool, nothing could go wrong today.
No. If it does, I too know healing.
Oh my god, true.
Oh.
I'll just do a first level
Anywho.
Cure Wounds then.
my
I'm
God.
gonna get you to full. I'm feeling a little stressed. Oh, that was an 8, so you get your back full.
All right, thank you. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Like, I'm feeling great now. I don't know if you saw my story yet. I say that fully knowing that you didn't. I don't know if you saw my story yet, but like, rest and recovery.
So wait, the book bit you.
Mhm.
Did you punish the book?
No, it just went back into my bag, and I said,
Did you tell the book you didn't like that?
no, because I really think that it was just trying to like keep me on the right track. So, no pain, no gain is what I always say.
Okay,
No pain,
whatever.
no gain. Pain is just weakness leaving the body.
Can we get breakfast?
Yes.
Yes. I make a large production of like folding up my folding chair and like putting it away.
Obviously, mind you, that I say this consciously knowing that I don't think I ever got to stop over to cabin C. I'm hungry.
Let's go. We can knock on cabin C on the way there and see if they want to come.
Okay.
Okay, love it.
I'll be right there. I'm just gonna get my spare pair of crutches out of the dorm.
Oh my god, you are so melodramatic.
Or out of the
Can we just
cabin.
go? You're literally at full health.
Yeah, I'll catch
Just
up.
a
I'll catch
deep
up.
bruise. But Lyndon, it does kind of hurt. Like, do you know what would help?
What?
Posting a sick ass picture of that bruise now that it's more healed.
Now that it's more healed? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
like
might be like a cool
transformation.
scar now.
Okay, cool. I'll do it. And I make sure to get my crutches in so that people know that I'm taking full care of my temple.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, you all head out with Lyndon trailing a bit behind, but accompanying, and knock on Willow Cabin C's door. You hear frantic shuffling, a thud, and then the door thrusts open as Forrest is pulling his hair back and goes, "Hello, good morning."
Good morning.
Lyndon, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Resting, recovering, ricing, strengthening.
Okay, I'm not
Growing,
actually sure that the healing,
learning.
like, I'm sure that
She's ricing.
That's right.
Hello.
It's all good. It's all good.
Breakfast?
Okay. Forrest opens the door a little further. You see Ziggy still prone in bed. Jazz is sitting up cross-legged on her bunk reading. Key is honestly taking photos of themselves.
Buddy system, anyone?
Relatable.
Yes, my system. Breakfast.
Key's like, yeah, okay. Ziggy, you hear just like a and Jazz hops down off the top bunk and just like kind of puts a hand on Ziggy and goes, "Get up."
Jazz is my new second fave.
Ziggy sort of rolls over, full blanket still on her, and stands up and goes, "All right. Whatever."
You can bring the blanket, but can we please go now?
Oh, I plan on bringing the blanket, okay?
Okay.
We got a posture check.
Oh.
Ziggy with the full blanket, you see her reach under her bed, pull out a full 2-liter bottle, keep it under the blanket, and walk with you guys to the mess hall.
Can I see what's in the 2-liter bottle or try like perception check
Somebody
that?
figure
Yeah, you can
this
make a
out.
perception check.
What are you carrying?
Is this about to be
in
like
the bottle?
blood or something?
It's only a 12.
It's empty.
Oh, she's gonna go fill it
Okay.
with kicks. I got it.
Really?
Does someone
No,
say
I
that out
messaged it to
loud?
Buddy though.
All right.
I'm just excited, and I say really out loud.
Ziggy on the walk to the mess hall goes, "So, is anybody gonna tell us about what happened last night, or are we just gonna ignore the whole like smelly marshmallow situation?
Smelly what?
Or,
Ziggy?
Smelly marshmallow situation?
Almost sounded like you were gonna say something else.
I would never say anything else because that wouldn't make any sense.
True.
You know?
Well, here's the deal. TM. We don't really know what happened, but we're gonna find out today.
You're trademarking the
Yes.
deal?
Haven't you heard of that
Oh my
meme?
god. No. Because I'm not fucking ancient.
Well,
Okay. Whatever.
anyway, the moral of the story is we don't really know, so for the time being, Buddy's system is it. Buddy's system is it.
Yes, my system.
Whoever's my buddy, do you mind just like carrying a couple of things
Yeah.
for me?
I am
I'm
your
gonna,
buddy.
I'm gonna message.
Key goes, "Oh my god. Please. Miss Kennedy, please let me carry something for you."
Okay, thanks. I take off I have one of those stupid little
String backpacks.
backpacks. Yeah. I just take that off. I say, it keeps thudding every time I step with these.
Oh my god, absolutely no, I completely understand.
Thanks.
I'm gonna message Azar and be like, "Is it better as leaders to own up to our mistakes, or better to keep their faith in us?"
I think we don't need to tell the whole truth right now.
Okay.
Hey, Forrest.
Yes, buddy.
You should show your book to Lyndon's book. Maybe they can be book friends.
Lyndon, what book?
Lyndon, show him the book.
Oh, okay. I stop in my tracks.
Can we get to the mess hall first, please?
I have it in my fanny pack.
Forrest
I have
is like,
both.
yes, absolutely. I would greatly prefer to get some orange juice before we really start getting into this.
Okay.
Lyndon, do you think that if I asked for orange juice and cranberry juice, they would let me have both so that I could mix them together?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Please, they can do that and so much more.
You could actually probably just mix it together yourself by taking the glass and then pushing the orange juice lever till it's halfway and then pulling it back and then pushing the cranberry juice lever for the rest of the half.
Yes, so you can acquire all the
you
acids
don't-
fruits offer.
Get the fresh squeezed orange juice that Halil makes?
Oh, it is the fresh squeezed in the juice dispenser.
Oh my god, I have been asking her. Oh my
It's
god.
totally okay. I mean,
I need to apologize to Halil.
okay, well, whatever
That's so
amends
funny.
you need to make.
You get to do them at the mess hall.
Okay. You guys get to the mess hall. Forrest apologizes profusely to Halil, who is completely unfazed by the fact that she's been giving this precious boy orange juice on the sly. The freshest juice. He gets some juice to mix it up, and you all sit down together. Ziggy, you see Ziggy goes up to the counter with her 2-liter, hands it to Halil, who literally just does not touch it, hands it back to Chef, who kind of looks, squints at Ziggy, turns away, fills it with something, comes back. It's just a thick brown looking liquid.
Is it chocolate syrup? What
That
the
is-
fuck is...
Not Kix. That is not Kix.
Can I perception check
I'm
it to
very
see if I can see what the
disappointed.
liquid is?
Yeah, absolutely.
What the fuck?
Do a viscosity examination.
15.
It's like a brown, doesn't really look carbonated. There's like a little film on top. He like pulled it out of almost like a tap.
Based on my past experiences, I would not assume that this is blood.
You would not
Okay.
assume that this is blood.
That is what my
No.
question was.
Yeah, and you would know. Like, you know that Chef, when surreptitiously getting blood to vampire-touched campers, has in the past done it via food, actually, and not liquid.
Right, in the cupcakes.
Oh, like the
Yep.
cupcakes.
Yep.
Okay.
So you do not think that it is
Well,
blood.
that's good. Now I'm still convinced it's chocolate syrup.
Absolutely. Yeah, so Ziggy comes back over with just a full 2-liter bottle, blanket. She pulls the blanket up over her head, sits with the bottle.
Can I...
So you got a book or, what?
Who, me?
No, the other fuck with a book. Yeah, I don't care.
Well, my brother also has a book.
What I'm saying, either one of you, you're talking about your books like it matters.
Yeah. I have this one. I pull it out. It's kind of like a textbook for like the school of life.
As a reminder, the Influencers Only Guide is a monochromatic, slim, beautiful black book that when Lyndon first saw it and now still has your name, your sweat, my influence embossed in front.
Yeah. It bit Lyndon this morning. Forrest, does your book bite too?
No, my books sometimes, and you guys hear a little like,
I forgot how unsettling it was.
Ooh, I
And
always forget
Forrest
that
pulls
happens.
out his book and it goes,
Hi.
and it's a little anime drawing of Lyndon.
Oh my god. I wave back at
And he
it.
goes, no, my book will sometimes wave. We're working on some things, but yes, no, my book does not bite. I don't think.
Can I insight check the relationship between Lyndon and her book? Have we done that
Yeah.
before?
I mean, you guys definitely haven't since
Okay.
we went back.
Can I suggest to Ziggy that it might bite Ziggy too?
It's only a
Yeah.
10.
Okay.
So he goes, "What the fuck? You think the book's gonna bite me?"
I'm just saying, you never know.
Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That book is not gonna bite me. You get that thing away from me. I don't need to be an influencer, okay?
Okay, but it could really help you. Although I think this one is specifically geared toward fitness influencers because it did want my sweat, so I had to work up a bit of a.
Yeah, I'm sure there's nothing wrong with a book wanting you sweat. That seems totally normal.
I think it's just like a right, you know.
Azar, what, 10?
Insight, not my strong
I mean,
suit.
it's weird. Like, you know Lyndon, right? So, like, there's like a 50-50 chance this is just her or something weird is happening. Like, it really could go either way with Lyndon. Like, it's scary that a book bit her. Like, that is, without a doubt, no insight. Like, it's weird and
Yeah,
scary.
I think I'm gonna under the table, like very low key, try and text Nicolora.
Okay, what are you gonna try to text?
Just a bunch of question marks, just like 4 rows of question marks, and then I send that, and then say, "Book bit Lyndon, might need slick, remove curse or something."
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check as you try to hide your surreptitious texting from your pals.
17.
Yeah. Does anybody's passive perception over 17?
Just mine.
Azar's. So, Azar, you catch yourself. And then you laugh because you realize how non-observant the rest of your pals are. Though, actually...
The kiddos might be.
Yeah, hang on one second. I just have to open them quickly. Definitely not Forrest. That boy. He's focused on other things. Like studying. No. Jazz is close, but not quite. Nobody notices you under the table just quickly signing off a text. You don't get a text back immediately, but suspect that once she reads it, she is the type likely to respond to something like
I feel
that.
like it's probably good that I don't get a response immediately, because otherwise the response would have probably been to the 4 rows of question marks. So, I put my phone back in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Great. The gang, you're here. Forrest is kind of like looking at this book. And he goes, what? You don't really read, Lyndon. I mean, no offense. I just, I've never really seen you read much. Has it been,
Interesting.
yes.
Fun. Yeah. So that's also what I said when I got it. But I said, this book is so beautiful. Let me look inside. I fully judged it by its cover. And I opened it, well, because at first I thought it was a gift from like Cal or something. And I was like, okay, because it kind of matches his like whole vibe. So I was like, okay, let me flip through this. But then, like, I don't know, seemed like it could be useful. And like, I did just gain 1,000 followers this morning alone. So I think it's kind of doing its job.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it just showed up one day, like not even in the post office, because I haven't been there since like day 3 of last summer. But it was on my bed.
You should really consider building a mail routine into your schedule. I've decided that Monday mornings I'll check in with Lyndon just to make sure.
Okay, can you check my mail too?
I'm not sure that he will allow me to do that legally, but I will try.
Okay, thanks.
Of course.
That's CITs are just so busy. I don't know if I have time for the post office.
Key kind of looks up from their phone and is like, Miss Kennedy, I will get your mail if he is unable to perform.
Oh my god, thank you so much. You guys are
Obsessed
lifesavers.
with this
Okay.
child.
Forrest goes, it's not really a performance issue. It's more of an issue of like rules and legality. And I'm not trying to commit a felony because, and Key just goes, I'm no longer interested in what you're saying.
It's not a felony if we're related.
Okay.
Trust me.
So your book bait you.
Yeah. And I kind of pull back the tape in case anyone wants to take a look.
How's it looking now?
It looks like a deep purple black bruise in the shape of bite marks, but with hard right angles. Forrest looks at this bruise and goes, You are certain that you are not concerned.
Yeah. Why should I be? Like,
Well, my book certainly doesn't bite me.
I don't, maybe it just hasn't learned that yet.
Azar, Buddy, and Aoife. Lyndon is the only one who doesn't notice this with the lowest passive perception in the party. You see Forrest kind of, you see Forrest sort of look at the book and then say to Lyndon, like, oh, what was that coffee drink that you were suggesting to me?
Oh, a cortado.
Do you think, and I know that, well, I'm not sure, with rice, at some point, aren't you supposed to stretch your leg?
Yeah, it's not too good to keep it like in the same place for too long. You're right.
Do you think it would be possible for you to get one of those made for me?
Oh my god, it would be my honor to introduce you to my favorite underground coffee drink. And I get up and I hobble away.
Great.
Dramatically.
The moment Lyndon leaves the book alone, you guys see Forrest's eyes turn a deep forest green color in this like wild light. And you see him begin to cast a spell on the book.
Great.
Oh, damn.
Wait, what?
I'm vibing.
I'm not saying anything because
I'm concerned. Not for Forrest per se, but I don't know what's going on.
Anyone who wants to can make an Arcana check.
yeah, love it.
Ooh, spicy. That's an 18.
At 3, I don't know anything.
You know that Forrest is a low-level wizard from the Kennedy family, whose father certainly has not taught him spells that involve physical violence. You've heard about Douglas Kennedy. You met him briefly. And so you get the sense that whatever he is casting is a low-level spell. He goes, just give me a moment. I can, oh, you all know. Okay, great. I'm so sorry. As his eyes go green and he puts hands over the book, you see him using, you see his glasses glow a little as though, perhaps they are his arcane focus.
Aww.
As his glasses glow and he does some, verbal components and is casting a
I think
spell.
I start a loud conversation with Aoife and Buddy to like mask the spell casting.
Yeah, there's just simply no way to be subtle about this. He is definitely not a sorcerer or anything. And you hear him mumbling to himself. Okay. And a minute passes. He, readjusts his glasses. His eyes go back to normal. And he goes, This is a very powerful book. Do you think she knows?
What's the vibe, Forrest?
It's it is a wondrous art item. It is an incredibly ancient artifact of some sort. This influencer's only guide. It appears that it has been around for eons, and has sort of evolved to give people sort of charismatic advances and advantages over time. Most recently, obviously, social interactions being moved to social media, it has sort of become this source for social media reputations and growth and these things. And so it appears that Lyndon is literally, and perhaps she hasn't even noticed this about herself, but she is becoming more charismatic and like receiving like cosmic buffs to her posts and getting a multiplier, like basically getting free social media ads or something to her posts. But it is there is I was sort of trying to push deeper to get a little bit more information about the sort of lore of the object, which I admittedly don't know a lot about social media, but it would appear that perhaps the book takes on sort of attributes of the creator, and like being beautiful and powerful and temperamental and these sort of things, and sort of influencing people over time. But she has abilities yet that I don't think she has necessarily even noticed. She and I think, Lyndon, this is sort of when you come back and your brother looks up at you kind of excitedly and is like, Lyndon, have you sort of tried to influence anyone in person recently?
No.
Consider, maybe talk to one of your friends or someone here or something, and try to tap into that sort of, what Willow was working with you about magic and sort of pushing into that as like a separate entity of yourself. Perhaps if you tried to push into that a little bit, you should be able to cast a number of spells because of your attunement to this book.
What?
Try me.
Okay. I put down the
Wait. I just have to say something first. Who else do we know who's hot and charismatic? I should say know of, not know.
Ziggy goes, hello.
I mean,
It's not you.
not who's sitting at this
my
table,
boyfriend.
guys.
Off.
Oh.
One Mr. Cal.
Think a little bit lower.
He goes, literally every counselor here is hot and charismatic. I don't understand.
I in turn message into every single person's head, Fierna. I just want to say, I think we should be a little bit cautious, maybe, about accepting this contract further.
Oh, if that's fair.
I definitely agree.
Well,
But I want to try it now.
okay, forget about the spells for a moment. Forrest is like, great, no spells. There are other features of this book. Lyndon, have you read Key's Twitter feed recently?
No, should I?
Take a look. Everyone,
yeah.
open, all of you please open Key's Twitter feed. You guys all open Key's Twitter feed. Azar, Aoife, and Buddy, there are so many words and hashtags on here that make zero sense to you. Like, truly.
As though they had been added
could
by
be
some other algorum or bot.
Just gonna look.
Or
over
as though this
Azar's
kid is
Twitter.
very
as though
cool.
they are young
Okay, great.
people slang. Yeah, as though they are as though they are very, very cool. Young people slang, memes that you don't get, jokes, all this stuff. Lyndon, you're reading this completely unfazed, 100% comprehend every single piece of it. Despite having never seen this sort of like these specific slangs before. You get it, you got it, you can build off of it.
Okay, I'm low-key
sense, yeah.
tempted.
This
It's a
feature is
vibe.
called slang comprehension. When you carry the influencer's guide and are attuned to it, you can use a bonus action to comprehend any slang or hashtags you do not already understand.
Oh.
Additionally, Forrest goes, I don't I don't do this because it is not necessarily a thing that I feel comfortable or driven to do, but a person perhaps that one of you have dated and broken up with or want to date in the future or like and want something from.
Huh?
I'm happily in a relationship.
Okay, let me rephrase.
I
Linda.
look at Azar when I say that because I'm like, are you happy?
What can this book do?
Lyndon, you are happily in a relationship.
Uh-huh.
Great.
Are
Have you ever spent too much time on Cal's Instagram and looked so far back that there are people on there that you would like to know more about?
Yeah.
You should be able to do better at that now.
Oh.
It would appear that you gain an ability to use an action to reference the influencer's guide whenever you make an intelligence or charisma check related to recall information about or to find someone on social media. So when you do this, it's almost as if like you're already proficient in these things, right? You're excellent at stalking people on the internet, but it's almost as if you become twice as proficient at doing the activity of stalking people on the internet. And so along with those things and the spells, there is like I would like to warn you of with this charisma boost and with these sort of like you should gain, like, hypothetically, you may not have even noticed this, Lyndon, but you have gained one to your charisma. And I think that sometimes if we don't notice that we've become more charismatic, it is sometimes harder to kind of manifest that. But you've become more charismatic. So long story short, you've got some spells, you've got some stalking and some slang abilities, but there is a price.
Okay.
From what I can tell from this this brief identify spell, right? Before you can really use these things, you have to draw bodily fluid from yourself or another willing or incapacitated creature within your reach. Originally in the text, like in the book aeons ago, it was blood, and now it's unclear. The arcana is fuzzy around if it's blood, if it's sweat, if it's both, if it's either, if it's whatever. But I do get the sense that these things could potentially harm you a little bit. Forrest sort of goes on and explains, and I'm just going to read this part of this. You all know, like, you've seen Quag, you identify spells before. You know this isn't going to identify, like, a curse, right? But just to, like, get out of Forrest's long-winding rambling, Influencer's Only Guide, Wondrous Item, Artifact, requires attunement by a charismatic individual. A creature attuned to the book has spent 80 hours reading and studying it, or just staring at its cover. It gains a +1 bonus to charisma and a ×10 modifier to all social media interactions. After attunement, the book may reveal attributes including beautiful, powerful, and temperamental. The attuned creature may freely modify the book's contents and note their own social media profiles and successes on days in which they have gained over 10k followers. Modifications must advance social media platforms and expand the lore and profiles contained within. While attuned to this book, you may cast the Friends cantrip at will. Additionally, once per long rest, you may cast Charm Person and Suggestion with a save DC of 23.
Oh my god.
And Hellish Rebuke once per long rest at a 5th level.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, so then you additionally get that stalking ability as well as the slang comprehension ability that you, again, as a reminder, whenever you use any of these things, including the spells, including the cantrip, before using one of the artifact's properties as an action, or you must use a bonus action to draw blood either from yourself or from a willing or incapacitated creature within your reach, using a piercing or slashing melee weapon. the subject takes 1d4 damage of the appropriate type.
Before I do anything?
Before you do
Related.
anything directly from the book. The thing that I will give you in general, because it is a bonus action and not an action, is the slang comprehension is just a thing you can do now.
Okay.
So you just didn't really notice it. So the things you can just do now are that modifier to your social media. I'm going to send you all this too, Katie. Modifying your social media numbers will add times 10 to every one of those. You should add 1 to your charisma right now, so I think that bumps you from a 12 to a 13.
Yeah.
So not a huge change, but just a little bit. And yeah, you have the friends cantrip that you'll still have to use that action to harm yourself or others around you if you need to use it.
Okay.
This book is stacked.
But yeah, that spell save DC is 23 once per
Damn.
day for suggestion or charm person.
Damn.
One of
Wow. Wow.
I'm incredibly stressed about
each. So
this.
Forrest explains all of this. It takes him honestly 40 minutes to get it out.
Oh my
you all
God.
finish your breakfast.
Oh boy.
Has he even touched his cortado?
He does. He gets faster as he's explaining it and like getting really excited, but also sort of like he's gonna actually just make a. He and Dad have talked about this. That's only a 9. He is speaking a lot about this and sort of has the moment where he like looks at his book and looks at your book. He goes, "Well, thank you for the drink. I'm sorry that I cast magic on your book without asking you. It seemed faster."
That's probably true. Thanks.
Of course.
I didn't realize I could do all this now.
Sometimes all it takes is someone telling you that you are good at something to be able to do it.
That's so true.
So true.
Ziggy goes,
I am determined to find out what Ziggy actually likes, not just what Ziggy hates.
I know, same here. Wow. So then, like, another downside, obviously, is that sometimes it might attack me if I choose to,
well, yes. And that's interesting that isn't sort of on the forefront of things listed. I mean, it is a low-level spell, but you never know, right? There are plenty of magical artifacts throughout the world that sort of expand and grow with the people who hold them. It could have potential other features or problems to be unlocked.
All right. Guess I'll have to keep reading it. Damn, I'm just kind of staring at it.
As you're sort of staring at it and Forrest has done this spell and sort of like started actually thinking about things for the first time at camp, he looks down, he like grabs his little notebook that's making noise and looks down and looks back up, and like you see him sort of have a thought of like, oh god, I forgot. And as he turns, you literally see a pen appear in his hand.
Okay.
And he's like,
Damn.
Huh?
Did you just do that? Was that magic?
Yes, I, just don't,
Can
please
you
don't
create
tell,
pens?
please don't tell Father.
Again, I won't.
Great, I was going to take a couple of notes, but, I forgot my pen at home, but...
Can I
There it
insight
is.
check him?
Yeah,
Again, insight, not my strong suit, but
yeah, for sure.
12.
You can also make an Arcana
Okay.
check if you want. If you think that'll be any easier.
Ooh, dirty 20.
This is a young wizard. You don't spend a lot of time with wizards, but you do spend, you were / are a young person. He is surprised at finding out new things that he can do.
Okay, I've been there.
And this seems like a magical thing that he did, kind of without thinking about it, and is surprised.
Okay. Like some sort of summoning, but I don't know what the spell is. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, you've literally never seen anything like this before.
Interesting.
And as he's, like, writing with it, you hear, like, little, like little happy sounds from the book.
I love the book.
Does it like being written in?
It does. It does like being written in.
That's precious.
So you guys learned a little bit about Lyndon's book.
I'm stressed. I'm fucking stressed. Here's
Finished
my
breakfast.
I'm
Exciting.
gonna go talk to Aoife for a second. I'm gonna pull Aoife aside by the kicks machine.
What's up?
So I just have like a little concern, which is that like I personally feel as though Fierna herself delivered this book to Lyndon's bed.
Azar, you do know, theoretically, both of you have the thought, like,
She couldn't have
no way.
actually come on to camp. I'm being
Yeah.
hyperbolic, but
Great. I just wanted to confirm that you know that it's, like, impossible.
but she could have possessed somebody on campus, and they could have delivered it for her.
many
right?
other possibilities. Yeah. Many other possibilities.
So I'm
but-
skipping a few steps,
Also-
but you get the gist. Like,
Right. I mean, what do we do?
I don't know. I just wanted someone else to be aware of my stressors.
Yes.
And also potentially be on the lookout for like
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking if we try not to leave Lyndon alone, at least see how this plays out.
good idea. Buddy system.
Or, yes, buddy system, exactly. Did you hear back from? Wait, do I know that she texted Nicolora?
No, you don't.
You don't.
Okay.
But as you sort of have this conversation by the kicks machine, you do think to check your phone again. And there is a message that says, "Where are you?"
I type back kicks. Just Kix. I figure Penio will inform her of what that means if need be.
so shortly later.
Oh, also, by the way, if I
Just a
texted Nicolora.
loud bang.
Okay, I mean, I think that's good. I have been
Basically-
advocating that we need more help.
Yeah, the door slams open, and Nicolora, fully backpacked onto Penio, hops off Penio. Because they can travel almost twice as fast as she can. And walks over to the kicks machine. Is like, why don't the two of you come over to the yellow cabin table quickly?
Okay.
Lyndon,
Uh-huh. What?
your book bit you?
Yeah. But it's healing now. I'm resting.
Where did you get the book?
It was a gift.
From?
A secret admirer.
Called?
I don't know.
Interesting. When did you get this book?
Right at the end of last summer. Kinda. Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind if I take a quick look?
Yeah, it's really helpful. But it's really powerful, so
Oh, is it?
be careful. Yeah, Forrest just told me.
Oh, good. You're getting more people involved in this mysterious book that came out of nowhere and bit you.
It didn't come out of nowhere. It came out of my fanny pack when I was on my run and I lost my friends.
I can't, and sort of as she, like, has this moment, Penio comes over and is like, "Hey, gang, how's it going?"
Pretty good. I message Aoife. I forgot how judgy Nicolora is.
I think we need that right now.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Lyndon, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Come on, Dicey. Let's go. 11.
Um,
This dice loves to roll single digits.
Baby.
a couple of things happen. You see, Nicolora's eyes go blue, a light blue. She holds her hands over this book. But you do see her eyes shift from the book up to Lyndon for a moment. Lyndon, Nicolora channels divinity to read your thoughts really quickly.
Just for a second.
Yeah, just for a second to make sure that you're not lying to her about how you got this book and where it came from. She ends her reading your thoughts and goes, why don't you give this to me? And you failed your wisdom save, so you are so Nicolora is a knowledge cleric. She's using an ability, a channel divinity read thoughts. As the end of this action, she can cast the suggestion spell on you. Because you failed the save, you automatically fail the suggestion spell save. And you start to give her the book. You hand her the book. The moment you've handed her the book, make me another wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh, frick. Oh, we beefed it.
Dirty 20 that time.
Great. You fail the wisdom save to be able to leave your book out of your, like, to hand over your book to someone else. Go ahead and roll me a d6. Feeling, you give her the book, because of magic. The moment the magic fades, you realize, oh my god, I can't give away that book. Absolutely not. Go ahead and roll a d6.
2.
Subtract 2 from skill checks, attack rolls, and saving throws not directly related to reacquiring this book from Nicolora.
Oh my god.
Oh, you in it now. Can you use the suggestion spell back with the 23?
Yeah, you can. You could. You're still attuned to it.
Oh.
It's not very far away from you. You just have this moment of like, oh my god.
Yeah, then I would do that.
Great. Nicolora will make a wisdom save.
She's very wise, so she could make this.
She is quite wise. But she doesn't with a 12, and Nicolora hands the book back to you, and then the spell fades on her, and she goes, well, that's not good at all.
With my, immediately after getting it back, because I'm wearing my Adidas slides as usual, I fully, walk up the nearest wall and onto the ceiling so that she can't,
Oh.
Yeah.
get me.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I'm on the ceiling.
Oh.
Was I aware that
He
she
is
could
on
do this?
Insta Live following you up the ceiling. Aoife, what was that?
Was I aware of her ability to do this?
Probably not.
I am in shock.
She did it up
No,
the
I've
tree.
used it in the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I've used it in the forest before.
Okay.
Yeah. She just walks right up the side.
To be fair, though, I've never been directly upside down. I've only been on
Okay, I'm probably still pretty shocked.
horizontal or vertical planes.
Yeah.
So, hey Nick, what time does the bus leave for town?
Oh, yeah.
I'm to bolt.
That's today, right?
Yeah, today.
Or
Today.
tomorrow? Today. I think, and please don't take this the wrong way, I think maybe not on the bus with all the other campers. I think maybe...
Can we take the golf cart?
all of us...
Yeah.
Can I drive?
You can take the golf cart if that's what you want. Lyndon, I don't think you should be driving
I got
right
my
now.
driver's license last week.
I don't.
Congratulations.
It was actually last year, but that's a really popular song right now. So
Oh. Go ahead and make me a insight check, anybody.
Yes.
Oh, I love to check. Wait, is my -2 still happening?
It's only an 8.
No, she gave you the book back.
Oh, okay.
10.
10.
Penio is not a good liar. Penio is very obviously looking at Nicolora with an eyebrow up. And she looks up at them and looks back at you all and goes, I literally 2 days, and we have to tell everyone immediately. And they're like, well, it feels important. It feels helpful. She's like,
Are you engaged?
what? No, I brought a car.
Oh, sick. Oh my god.
I mean,
A real car! Can we use your real car?
I will drive you all into town tomorrow morning.
Oh.
Can
To
Azar
avoid-
please drive?
No, I don't. Well, I'm kind of nervous about driving somebody else's
see
car.
Azar drive.
If you
wanna
would
see
like to
Azar
drive the golf
drive.
cart to town, that's fine. My partner here just wanted me to let you know that I have a car. So now they know, whenever they want to ask me about using my car, they know that I have a car.
Thank you. I think if you want to go, we should
does
all
feel
go today. Do
pressing.
you want to go to town with us, Nicolora?
Yeah, you can drive your car and we'll drive the golf cart.
I think, Lyndon, I am hesitant to send you anywhere until you've had some sleep after this bite.
Oh, I'm fully healed.
I recognize that you
I throw my
that-
crutches down to the ground.
I recognize that you think that you are fully healed. I do not know what sort of magic has been imbued within you, and I think that we should wait in a space that has been warded against fiends and devils to ensure that you have had some time to heal before bringing you out into a space that does not contain these wards.
Ooh, that's a good point.
I'm gonna need to get Renee on the line. I had a appointment with him, and he's kind of, hard to schedule. So
Well, given your new social media following, I suspect that perhaps he will assist you. I need to go into town myself to take care of a couple things, and so I will gladly accompany all of you tomorrow if you would like me to. I am also happy to do these things separately.
Is it the temple?
It is the temple.
I was thinking of helping you with that if you wanted a hand. I don't know what it would be a hand with, but I'd follow your lead, obviously.
Thank you.
Okay.
I will think about what that means, and we'll ask what they need. Truth be told, connecting has been more difficult recently, and I'm hoping perhaps I could ask a question or two about the book that has appeared, just as my goddess has been less present. So, Lyndon, I think that you should get some rice today. That's what they say.
rice,
Yes?
rest, ice,
Where did
compression,
you get that?
elevation.
Do you need an ice pack? I can grab you when I have one at the tent.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I should probably switch this one out. It's kind of melted.
Yeah, and honestly, Ziploc bags of ice from Khalil are not quite as good as a wraparound iceable thigh brace, but
Well,
I suspect you probably didn't want to tell me about this. But
no,
here we are.
I just
so-
thought it would be more practical.
I would like
You know me, I'm all about practicality.
I would like to message Nicolora just the wink emoji.
Nicolora sort of smiles a little and goes, guys, I know there's a lot going on, and I know that you want to be counselors in training, and that's really cool, and that's really great. Penio and I, and as much as she doesn't want to act like it, Campbell, and everybody else, all the counselors, are here to support you all and your growth. And literally my job is to help you not get eaten by books. Or monsters or each other or whatever. Like, I am, she kind of looks at Penio for a second and they kind of put a hand on her shoulder. I don't mean to be harsh. We learned a lot last summer. Thank you for letting me know that something is wrong.
Well, I think Lyndon liked being bitten by the book, if that makes you feel better.
Ziggy speaks up for the first time in this entire conversation and goes, fucking yeah, it's obvious she's into that shit.
What?
Ma'am?
Oh, I don't have
Forrest,
Understand.
deep red Forrest. He goes, my god, I mean, your boyfriend is so cute.
I'm gonna do a flip off of the
Jazz
ceiling
just goes,
and back down to the
Oh my
ground.
god, flips.
Flip check. Flip
flip
check.
check.
18.
Yeah, you do a flip off the ground. You land on your feet, or in a 3-point landing with a hand on the ground.
Nice.
Absolutely. Is there anything you guys can sort of like wrap up this conversation with Nicolora, make plans to leave bright and early after the run around in the morning? Aoife,
So,
be so kind as to make me a perception check.
you got it.
Oh,
That's a nat 1 plus 3.
Cool.
Oh,
Um,
I don't notice anything.
None of you were there this morning. Never mind. Cool. Anyway.
Oh my god. Oh my
oh
god.
no.
Anyway, is there anything else you guys want to get up to today? I think we'll sort of fast forward through the rest of this day, get you to your long rest, and leave it off there to start the morning off fresh, to head into town. I'm your lonesome.
Downtime.
Yeah, a little bit of downtime. I think Cal and Mark probably stop by again. You guys sort of realize, like, they're not taking shit for classes at East Camp. They're, like, Cal is being a horrible influence on Mark, who has, like, signed up for things. And Cal's like, no, we don't have to do that, no. And they sort of fuck off to Taletraeder all the time. So they come by.
I think while Lyndon's ricing, I don't feel the need to rice myself, given that I have not been bit by a necrotic book today. So I think I'd like to like cantrip spar with the Yellow Cabin Sea campers if they'll do that with me.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
11.
Jazz and Forrest are down. Ziggy and Key. Honestly, Key goes off by themselves for a while and then comes back and like literally helps Lyndon like change out her ice and stuff. Forrest and Jazz are down to do some light sparring, and by sparring you spend the afternoon with them. You learn really quickly. Forrest has 3 cantrips that he can use. One of them is light, one of them is prestidigitation, and one of them is something that hurts people that he doesn't even understand what it is or how it works.
Oh, great. Okay.
So you get the sense very quickly that he's panicked about that.
No, you can hurt me. You can hurt me. Just like you stabbed Lyndon. Just like.
He's like, okay. Go ahead and make an intelligence save, Azar.
10.
Cool. You fail, and you take 1d6 of damage and lose a d4 off your next save.
Fun. Okay.
Oh.
Is that like Mind Sliver or something like that?
It is
Hell yeah.
Mind Sliver, but Forrest does not know how he got this ability or what it means.
I'm convinced it's from his book.
yeah.
His creepy book.
You figure that out pretty quickly. Jazz, at a distance, as you like try to cantrip spar, is like, what if it was like close combat.
You want to do that?
though. Yeah, Jazz smiles, and you see her grow fangs and
Oh,
nails.
hell yeah. Come at me.
Primal savagery.
Primal savagery, indeed. Yeah, Jazz has primal savagery and guidance, so you've gleaned the cantrips that these folks have. And yeah, you spend a little time with the campers. Jazz and Forrest seem, Jazz doesn't talk much, but she seems, open to being around all of you. Aoife, I think she does follow up a little bit about the non-competitive sports league, since she did sign up to be a part of that. And yeah, I think you guys do spend a little bit of time without trying to kill them, at least with Jazz and Forrest. He is obviously spending
I
time
think
with
as I
Lyndon.
leave Ziggy,
and-
if she's not coming to like watch us or like whatever, I think I'll just casually remind her about Buddy's system.
Yeah, I think you see she's on her own for a little bit, but she went back to the cabin, so she didn't like go anywhere far, right? And as she leaves the sort of cabin circle and comes out, you see her kind of sitting on the porch of Yellow Sea, where she can still like see all of you, but is like by herself doing something else.
How many people did I get to sign up for my non-competitive sports league after like passing this around because I think I passed it around at like one of the meal times as well.
9.
Okay,
Pretty good.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
9, including you and Jazz, to be clear.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. I love it.
So 7, and one of them is Roran, who signed up before this happened. And you also know he's gonna be a problem child, given he doesn't really understand that it's non-competitive.
Yeah,
but
wait
he
a
was
second.
really excited.
Oh my
Soot, Nugget,
God.
and Mosh, I think, all signed up. So,
Okay, I'm gonna work on like some like handwritten like first meeting notices for the people who signed up.
amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. Anybody doing anything else during the day?
Nah, I'm just gonna zone out and stare at a wall for a little bit.
Well,
That's like the most productive use of my
Same.
time.
Buddy,
Yeah.
hit me with one more religion check.
Okay. That is a much better 22.
2 things. You're staring at a wall, and as you stare at the bumps on the wall stare back at you, and for a split second you sort of see the image of a paw in it. And you're like, alright.
Good feeling.
But as you see that, you are filled with a sense of fear.
oh,
Something is off. And as you all lay down to go to bed that night,
I think I invited Mark to stay
You
over
all?
if he will.
totally, yeah, he absolutely will. Cal invites Lyndon to stay over at his place then.
Wow, later.
As the 4 of you go to sleep that night, you all have the same dream.
Oh no. That's
that
creepy.
dream will be explored for the next 3 weeks with guest DM Joyce Murphy. So for the viewers at home, my day job is costing me my Wednesday nights for the next couple of weeks. So fear not, our intrepid and effervescent superheroes will still be here to go on a journey back in time.
Oh!
And
It's like that Buffy episode where she goes back to meet the first Slayer.
absolutely, yes, it is.
If my phone doesn't work, I'm going to be
Excellent.
extremely stressed.
and
I feel like it's going to be more
I know,
is-
same. Same. I might be dead. Who
Oh,
knows?
it's my time to
it
shine.
is lightly canonical, right?
Well, as I know from my number 1 favorite movie, Inception, you can't actually die in a dream. You'll wake up. So.
Oh, good to know.
yeah. Yeah, which is, you know, the vibe for sure, because I don't think Joyce wants to accidentally actually kill one of the PCs. You guys are for me to kill and me only. So for some lighthearted camp back in time vibes, please consider tuning in and or following and subscribing. If we get one more subscriber, we get another emote slot, which means that everybody gets to use the #1 dad emote that Corson designed, which is absolutely beautiful, and I desperately want to be able to release.
I want this.
So please consider subscribing and come through and watch Joyce lead this effervescent group into the past. And honestly, she is far more experienced with camp than I am, so y'all are gonna get some quality camp content. Corson just put it in the chat, but please feel free to join the Discord, chat with us, chat with each other about what you like about the show, what you're hoping to see about the show, and honestly, what the hell you think is going on with this book.
Yes,
'cause
it's more fun when we try to figure it out together.
Yeah, so I will, I might even post in the Discord the stuff that everybody knows about the book so far, get a little stat block going for it in a place where people can refer to it. But yeah, again, thank you all so much for sticking with us tonight, especially with our technical issues as we all still learn how to stream on the internet. And again, I'm Claire the DM on the social medias. And it is, as always, gosh darn delight, and we cannot wait to see you on the internet.